It was the week we've all been waiting for. Peter is down. Well, none of the crew is. But anyway, Peter is down to the final three, and you know what that means. Time for the fantasy suites. But will all the women take part? That means, once again, it's time for America Loves Ted. Joining us from Bachelor Nation headquarters / our control room is Jason show producer Ted Johnsen. Ted, let me just start with a compliment. Your producing of the segment gets better and better each week because look at the graphic enhancement that you have behind you. That's fantastic, Ted.
The three ladies.
That's right. Okay, Fantasy Suite Week, where did they go?
So they went to Gold Coast, Australia.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, very lovely, very lovely. So we had to check in with Dale Kay, who, is Australian. He's our garden guy. And Dale took issue. Dale took issue with something that happened right at the start of the show. Leo, roll it.
Hey.
Good day, Sheilas. How you guys doing?
That is a stereotype. Sheilas. Not supposed to say that about Australian women anymore.
Oh, really?
Dale Kay is demanding Peter apologize to him personally.
Well, also, that's tacky. You know what it looked like? It looked like they were waiting in a waiting room to go to the dentist's office, Yeah. Okay, who's next for the fantasy suite? You, Sheila, come on in. It's ugh.
And you know what's even more awkward? For the first time in Bachelor history, all three women stayed in the same suite. So when one would come back in the morning, the next one would go. Awkward.
Oh, someone in the audience just goes, looking for trouble. Yeah. Okay, Madison. Now she's the V, right? She's the one, she wants nothing to do with none of these shenanigans.
Saving herself for marriage, which is, let's just be clear, that's fine.
It's fine, yeah, absolutely.
But she hasn't revealed that she's a virgin up until this point. So at the end of last week's rose ceremony, the beginning of this rose ceremony, she pulls him aside and says, hey, look, if you have sex with any of the other women, it's over for us. Which he's like, this is kind of an ultimatum. And she's like, well, not really, sort of. But anyways, that's how she frames it. He then, that obviously didn't change his mind.
No.
Because Victoria and Hannah Ann both went into the fantasy suites and
they didn't play Uno.
They did their Titanic impressions.
Yeah.
But then he, has that meeting with Madison, and then all drama breaks loose. But before they get to that point, I want to show you this because you and I probably would have the same reaction to this date. Madison and Peter go on their date, which is a skyscraper at the top of Gold Coast.
No.
Climbing up the side of this skyscraper.
No.
Hard pass.
No, I would rather have sex in a windmill.
Yep.
No.
You know what? If a fantasy suite is on the line here, sorry, can't do it.
No, I can't do it. No, I would rather never have sex again in my life than do that. Look at that. Okay, Ted, and I know you're feeling the same thing. Let me be very crystal Carrington clear. I am not judging Madison for her beliefs. I actually think it's refreshing to see on the show. ... You know where I'm going. Madison, this rings a little hollow to me because you are on The Bachelor, and this show has been on since God was in diapers. Yep. Everybody knows about this. You know what I mean? It rings a little... You know what I mean, Ted?
You know what you signed up for. You knew going in that this guy, 4 times in the windmill.
4! He ain't making shoes in the windmill.
And it wasn't like she was totally upfront right away about this. So, I mean, it was sort of piecemeal.
Yeah.
And then, kind of exerting control over everyone else's relationship,
So we have a little tease, right, Ted? You have one more piece of, you get to boss Leo around one more time. What do we have?
So, quickly here. So, Madison sort of walks away at the end of the episode. He begs for her to come back, not to leave. It kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So, the finale. They teased the finale, and look at this.
I don't even know how to do this. My heart is like broken right now.
Don't let her go. That's what love stories are made out of. Bring her home. Bring her home to us.
I mean,
Can I tell you, Mama Haas has never cried to me like that. I just want to be.
bring her home.
I don't ever want to tell a woman to settle down a little bit, but why is Mama crying? I like her with her big hoop earrings. I mean, it's The Bachelor.
Producers are just like, keep rolling.
Oh, they're loving it. Yeah, and we love you. Ted, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Producer Ted. Bring her home to us. Whatever.
Be
Next in the
nice.
dish, I know. I love Mama, but come on.